All right. Volusia Flagler Fantasy Football League. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. I am Giselle's prenup. That's weird to say now, huh? Yeah. With the commish, Mr. South Central LSU Mud Dogs. How you doing, man?
Living the dream in Houston, Texas, baby.
Nice no last night, huh? Combined no. Got you
I
feeling
tell
good
you
this
what,
morning?
man, it's been an exciting series. Still got a long way to go, but postseason baseball is the best. And I don't want to hear about anything else playoff wise. Postseason baseball is freaking awesome. Absolutely awesome. But we're not here to talk about baseball today.
No, but I figured you'd be a little chipper about that this morning, so I had to bring it up.
Right on, right on. Well, hard to believe we are already in week 9. I feel like this season is, it's flying by, man. It's flying by.
We're getting
But
old.
that too, that
Yep.
too. Well, we're gonna go ahead and jump on into the week 9 picks. We're gonna go ahead and start it off this week with the 6-2 South Central LSU Mud Dogs taking on the 2-6 Iron Smoke. Um, Iron Smoke came off a big offensive performance last week, going north of 100 points. And unfortunately for Mr. Smoke, Tony Pollard is going to be on a bye this week. And with that being said, uh, I don't like Iron Smoke's chances this week. I feel like Josh Allen and company are going to get right with a divisional game against the Jets. And I also like Aaron Jones' matchup this week against the Lions. So I'm going to take the Mud Dogs by a field goal late.
Field goal, huh? It'd be nice to see Geno Smith go nuclear against you. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, man, it's not gonna happen this week for Iron Smoke. Um, I've got the Mud Dogs by 12 here.
All right. Moving on, we have the 3-5 Snitches Get Stitches taking on Mrs. Commish. 2-6, Tua legit, Tua quit. Taking a look at the early line on this one, Sean, it was kind of difficult for me to come to a conclusion on this one because right now, in typical Mrs. Gailey fashion, she is going to wait till Sunday morning to probably set her lineup. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that I'm going to take what I'm going to consider Tua's big three in her QB, Kamara, and AJ Brown over Snitches Get Stitches entire roster. So I'm going to take Tua to pull the upset this week.
Well, if she plugs and plays a few players on her bench, it's going to be on paper. It's going to be pretty close. I think the Packers are going to have a big game this week. Like you said with Aaron Jones. Is it going to be enough? I don't know. I think this is going to be the closest one of the week. It's tough, dude. Give me, give me Snitches by a point.
All right. I like it. I like it. All right. Next up, we have the defending champ 2-6 Boot and Rally taking on the 6-2 AT Aliens. It's going to be a pretty quick one, in my opinion. Boot and Rally's entire offense is on a bye this week. Period. Give me AT Aliens. Big.
Yep. Clip it, ship it. Yep. There's nothing to talk about. It's tough.
All right, moving on. This one probably should have been in the consideration for 5-star, but that didn't make the cut. So 6-2 Masturbator taking on 5-3, sponsored by Blanton's Lee. With the name change, he's been rolling. Derrick Henry's starting to just come into form, man, and that's a scary thought. The only thing that concerns me about Henry this week is they're on the road at Arrowhead, and if Pat Mahomes and company get out front, I mean, I'm nervous that Henry could get game scripted out in this one. So that's my concern on that side of the ball. With Lee, as far as sponsored by Blanton's goes, coming off the big win last week against the Mud Dogs, Dalvin Cook is taking on the Commanders, right?
Find.
He's at Washington this week, and I don't know what the headspace is going to be like with this team, with the whole Dan Snyder situation starting to unfold. Dalvin Cook has stayed healthy up to this point. I see a big game from him. I don't even want to talk about Kyle Pitts because I'm sure he's going to be good for about 1.5 this week. But with all that being said, I'm going to take sponsored by Blanton's to somehow find a way because, yeah. Oh, excuse me. One little tidbit I left off on Masturbator. The Cowboys defense is on a bye this week. Sponsored by Blanton.
They are. Listen, I'm supposed to pick Lee every week, right? And Derrick Henry, like to your point about Kansas City getting ahead, because they're going to, right? They're going to. Unless something happens, they're going to. But Derrick Henry has caught the ball a lot more this year than usual. He looks ridiculous doing it. You can tell it's very uncomfortable for him, but he's doing it. I think this matchup is going to be reminiscent to last week's shootout. I think it's going to be close. Blanton has the edge with the wide receiver core. You got a New England wide receiver is your number one, man. You're in trouble. I'm sorry, Lee, but it's another one, dude. It's hard to pick. I think Dalvin Cook and Lamar are gonna go off too, man. Give me Blanton's by like 3. I'm sorry, Lee. I'm sorry, dude. Can't do it this
that's
week.
all right. It sounds like you and I just made sound divisional business decisions this week.
I'm not a big praying man, dude, but I mean, I got some ground to pick up, and sorry, dude. It is what it is. Business.
That's right. All right. Next up, we've got the president of Bills Mafia, 4-4 Ass and TDs, taking on 3-5 Smoking Joe. Anna is extremely happy this morning because all her crew is coming back after taking last week off. She's getting the Chargers with her allotment of the Herbert and Allen stack. Zeus is going to be taking on the Titans this week. So I think once Ass and TDs gets everything sorted out on the old roster, the line is definitely going to shrink to, in my opinion, it's going to be pretty close to a pick'em. So Smoking Joe Burrow came crashing back to earth on Monday night against the Browns. They're taking on Carolina at home. So I feel like Joe Burrow should steady the ship a little bit. Austin Eckler is going to be at Atlanta. And if the Falcons get engaged in another shootout with the Chargers, while that will be good for Eckler, I think that is a recipe for disaster for our boy Alexander. So I'm gonna take Miss Anna to get the dub this week.
So I respectfully disagree. Although good for Anna in real life, getting Hines from Indy, her running backs both play for the same team. And her running backs are both on a pass-happy team. I think Naheem Hines has the edge over Devin Singletary now in that offense. I really do. But when you have two running backs playing for the same team in fantasy, I just see problems. With that being said, the rest of her team looks great. But her running back core is going to give her a big fat L this week. Give me Smoking Joe by 8.
All right. And last but certainly not least, we have this week's 5-star 4-4 Shane Falco and company taking on the 5-3 Giselle's prenup. You want to bat lead off on this one, Mr. Bowen?
Oh, dude, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm the caboose on this train.
All right. Well, so taking a look here at my cousin's roster, outside of Pat Mahomes, it's scary looking. I ain't gonna lie. I have a tough time seeing Deonta Foreman, produce again to the magnitude that he did last week, going up to the 30 spot. I think that there is definitely going to be regression there. Super Bowl Lenny at home taking on the Rams. That's always going to be a tough matchup, and kind of parlaying off of that tough matchup, taking a look across at your lineup, brother. We all keep thinking that Tom Brady is getting ready to just wake up and snap out of it. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like you're going to get like that 15 to 20 spot from Brady, to me on your side, I'm sitting here looking at, DeAndre Hopkins is going to be in a plus matchup. Lazard is on track to play. I like him against Detroit. And Travis Etienne, man, he's been balling. I'm not quite sure Mike Evans is going to have a great game, and here's why. I mean, Mike Evans, he can get distracted. And I feel like if there's one DB in the league that can kind of get into headspace and throw people off their game, and then they start getting into ridiculous crap that no one would, typically care to watch, it's Jalen Ramsey. So
yeah, 100%.
If Jalen Ramsey can kind of, jack with Mike Evans a little bit, man, they could be worrying about a lot of other stuff not related to the football game. So trying to figure out how I'm going to pick Shane Falco and company to pull the upset. I think it would be really cool to see McCole Hardman go for north of 30 points. And again, we could try to watch your soul leave your body. So, because we're all about trying to get views on this thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'll take, oh God, I feel like my freaking fantasy football card will get pulled for this, but I'll take the Mahomes and Hardman stack to pull the upset. Shane Falco and company, baby.
Listen, dude, I'm going to lose this game because I'm supposed to win it. Okay? That's That's it. I mean, Mike Evans is going to catch a charge. Tom Brady's going to overdose on Geritol and break 4 Surface tablets. Jonathan Taylor is going to be on the sideline eating a hot dog, acting like he's hurt because, I picked him first. Travis Etienne's going to probably go off for 1,000, and I'm still going to lose by 20. The Irish luck in me. Dude. Me and Ben always play tough. They're always fun. They're always pretty exciting. They're never one-sided. But I'm probably going to lose. I'm not even picking this shit. I'm not picking it. Okay? Chip it, clip it. I'm not picking it. I'm not picking it. No.
All right. Okay.
No. Thank you for picking me to lose, though, because that always works in my favor.
I'm always here to help, brother. Always here to help.
Thanks, dude.
All right, well, let's go ahead and put a bow on the Week 9 picks, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. There are some of you in this league. Be prepared because your commish is going to be knocking on your door because you guys have got to be getting tired of just Sean and I being on here talking about these matchups. We need to get somebody else on here. I don't give a damn if we got to get in touch with the Bills Mafia to get the queen bee of the Bills Mafia on here.
And she's set up for it, dude. I saw a podcast. Like, I don't know where it came from, but I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw a podcast. She's got a setup.
Like I said, I feel like we need to save her for Bills Pats week just to.
It's fair.
Just to spice things up on here.
That's fair.
But I mean, we gotta get Cuz on here. We gotta get old man Alexander, and hell, man, if we could even find a way to get, Lee Van Leer or the South Florida billionaire John Clayton on this thing, man. Like, and I know my brother-in-law and my wife are just. They're chomping at the bit to get on here and speak their piece. So, I mean, come on, guys, come on. Let's get another fresh face on this thing, and so we can all make incorrect picks.
Fair.
All right. Well, that's all I got this week.
I'm good, dude. I'm good.
Good luck this weekend, everybody.
See you guys.
Peace.